Now that I have your attention, and showing this wasn't just some flashy, exaggerated fucking thumbnail. Today, I will be showcasing some of the fastest boss fights you've probably ever witnessed. The goal here is simple. Defeat all 15 Remembrance Bosses as quickly as possible, while documenting how long each fight takes to paint a comprehensive picture of the sheer speed that can be achieved. Now, I'm not claiming these are the fastest times possible. Rather, this is a showcase of how a single build with the right buffing process can break EldenRing. Before we begin, let's break down the build and everything we're using. We're using an RL 150 glass cannon, with the core stats being strength and arcane for its high damage output. However, the low vigor and mind stats are also significantly important for the build's buffing process, which I will detail shortly. For our weapons, we're power stancing the Gargoyle's Twinblade. Depending on the boss, we use the blood or heavy infusions with the Cragblade Ash of War. Talismans used for this weapon setup are the Red Feather, Millicent's Prosthesis, Rotted Wing, and then switching between the Kindred Rot Exaltation, Bloodlord's Exaltation, and the Claw Talisman during the buffing process. For the physic, we use the Thorny and Green Burst tiers, but occasionally changed from the Green Burst to the Strength Knot tier. Another weapon we used in this build is the Zweihander, heavy infused with Royal Knight's Resolve, while holding the Twinbird Kite Shield on our back. Talismans used are the Red Feather again, the Spear Talisman, the Axe Talisman, and alternating again between the Exaltation Talismans, then settling on either Radagon's Icon or the Claw Talisman. In the physic, we generally use the Spiked tier and Strength Knot tier. It may have been slightly different at times, but this is what I found most optimal by the end of the run. For Rykard specifically, we power stanced the Serpent Hunter. I'll explain in just a sec how to obtain 2 of them. But for this setup, it uses the identical talisman and physic layout to the Zweihander. Now, to get a second Serpent Hunter, simply discard the one you currently own, then attempt to aid a host in jolly cooperation while waiting outside Rykard's Fog Gate. Once you see the message you are joining their world, immediately enter the Fog Gate and grab the Serpent Hunter. Then, after being of great assistance to the host that summoned you, you'll return to the audience pathway. Simply enter the Fog Gate again to obtain your second Serpent Hunter. The outfit for this build is a Fashion Soul's fucking nightmare. All gear used here are for the passive buffs each piece offers. These include the Raptor's black feathers, the black dumpling, the mushroom crown, and the white mask. Trust me, it pains me to dress like this, but it's necessary for the optimization. Other items we used include the cane sword to stab our guts, a faith seal to use golden vow, blood boil aromatics, the frenzy flame stone, roped fetid pots, and neutralizing boluses. Lastly, we used Godrick's Great Rune for the additional 5 levels to all our stats, and to be able to complete the buffing process. Now, the buffing process is horrible and takes a lot of practice to get used to. First, have the black dumpling equipped and drop a frenzy stone. Then stab your guts, drink your physic, followed by golden vow. Restore your FP. Throw a shit pot, drink your blood boil. Bring out the left Twinblade and use Cragblade. Open the menu and swap to the Mushroom Crown. Throw a second shit pot, heal immediately, then swap to the White Mask and swap Exaltation Talismans. Stab your guts one last time. Bring out the right Twinblade and use Cragblade. Then, when entering the Fog Gate, equip the Claw Talisman. Finally, this fucking stupid process is over, and you can destroy anything in your path. This build and setup is truly unbelievable. If the buffing process is performed correctly, it can destroy bosses almost instantly. The final thing I want to briefly mention is this timer that will be shown during each fight. I have inserted this in an attempt to get a fairly accurate time perspective of how long the combat engagement lasts for each boss. It starts either when the boss's health appears, or the moment you can move your character after a cutscene. To reiterate, it times the combat engagement, i.e. how long the fight lasts for. A buffing process does not count towards the fucking fight time, as this all occurs outside of the boss's combat engagement. Honestly, I have had some real shit takes on the channel lately, so I just wanted to be clear about its purpose. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this incredible showcase.
befits a crown.
Well done, Tarnished. It appears you have excelled beyond my anticipation. Take this as a token of my sincerest gratitude on your accomplishment. However, unfortunately, this behavior can only be described as disgraceful. In doing so, you have lost your ability to see the guidance of grace, and so, you will have to remain trapped here, maidenless, to the end of time. Farewell.